All right. So now we are live on YouTube. That is progress. Yeah, we have the video, so that's exciting. And folks can watch without music tonight the slideshow about all our apps that we've made. And I can encourage folks to download those apps. Oh, good. If I switch to the slideshow, it is now the wrong size as well. All right. I'm going to do this a different way next week. I think this worked, but the complexity is high. And as a result, the reliability is not high. All right. So that is a slideshow, and that gives me exactly a couple more minutes to finish the slice of pizza, so I'm not famished.
Usually, for anyone who's new, usually this is a little bit smoother. Matt obviously made the critical mistake of securely updating his operating system, which is apparently foobarred everything. So
No hackers also means no Matt.
what?
You know, just the classic shooting yourself in the foot, locking yourself out lifestyle. But
Everything is great right now, buddy. Don't worry about it.
all right, this is an advertisement for the pizza that Brian recommended. So this is this CIC, Cambridge Pizzeria Pizza. The deal is, if you come in person, we buy you pizza. It is delicious pizza. And so what happens is we all hang out in the kitchen. We're pretty decently spaced, and we get to actually see each other. It's like it's social. It's like the old times. The difference is that there's slightly less people. The CIC has a vaccination requirement now. So starting next week, this is going to be important. And I forgot to make a slide for it in announcements. So I'm going to talk about it now. So there's going to be, starting next week, we have to have folks certify. So there'll be a new thing in the spreadsheet where we'll ask folks to certify their vaccination or test status. So you have to have had a test within the past 48 hours that's negative for COVID, or you have to have been vaccinated for COVID-19. And then in the subsequent weeks, CIC is going to have its own portal. Folks that are on the leadership team already received a login to this portal, but the gist is you'll be certifying your vaccine status to CIC, which is our sponsor and the building that hosts the meetup. And then once you certify that status, they will let you through. I'm going to try and do my best because they're still figuring out that process. So I'm going to try and make sure we can streamline it. And especially for folks that are coming week after week, try and make sure they can just keep it on file and only do it once. I want to minimize all the pain and paperwork that this is going to generate. Because I think most folks probably are vaccinated. And for the folks that aren't, there is also they will have rapid tests at the front desk if necessary. So that'll be, an option. But you won't be able to do that every single week. Like that's sort of a one-time escape out of jail card. And then after that, you have to figure out getting your own test, whether it's a rapid test at home or a PCR test that's, within 48 hours, if you can get that turnaround. So that's what their policy is going to be. I'm going to send out a more written version of that. So then that way, you can read it and understand it. There will be links to the various systems, but the gist is just going to be when you click like, oh, I'm signing up, there may be an additional thing that's like, confirm yes that you are vaccinated or something like that. So I'm going to figure that out. I'll send out a little note to the CIC in person. And then that means for everyone else, like, you know, everyone is going to be vaccine certified or negative COVID testing. So the gist is that, you know, it should be a little bit of a safer situation for everyone. So if you're thinking about coming in, the way it works is just talk to your project lead, talk to one of us on leadership. After you've been oriented and onboarded to a project, you'll have the opportunity to join the CIC in person and say, I want to attend an in-person meetup with Code for Boston. And then you have to just say, yes, you're coming by Monday at noon. And if you do that, then you'll be on the list for the front desk, and the front desk will let you in and you can hang out with us, fourth floor kitchen, and we'll have some pizza and some good times. So that is vaccines, that is CIC in person. And so with that, I can kind of start the normal presentation that we usually do. We of course need to make sure we are following our code of conduct. If for some reason you feel like folks aren't being respectful, if issues come up, talk to one of us on the leadership team. Harlan's here, Brian's here in person. I think Thed's remote or over in a corner where I can't see him in person, either or, but they are all on the leadership team and able to address any concerns you might have. Next, follow us on social media. Follow our newsletters. We have a weekly newsletter that comes out on Wednesdays with lots of important information. And then also, I have a habit of every couple of months sending stickers to all the new people that have put their address in the sign up for the whole newsletter thing. So if you're on the fence about signing up for the newsletter and you like stickers, you can sign up for the newsletter. If you like t-shirts, if you come in person, there's a secret stash of t-shirts, and you could just ask Matt and be like, I want a t-shirt. And then you'll get a Code for Boston or Code for America t-shirt from our last National Day of Civic Hacking. So that's how you get swag. And also for the folks on the leadership groups within the different projects, please send me content. We want to know about your project. We want to know how things are going. We want to share it with our social media folks so we can get it out into our Twitter followers, Instagram. Maybe there's a really good TikTok video you can make, and we don't have a TikTok, but we'll put it on something and go from there. So that's, I think next. And then after that, going to say I did the in-person update. Meetup, RSVP there. That's how a lot of folks have found out about us. So that's always valuable. Zoom, this always has the latest link. So if you're looking to join us virtually, just bookmark this. It will always take you to the right place. After that, Slack is where our community happens. So if you're on YouTube, if you are on Zoom, but not yet on Slack, go to slack.codeforboston.org and get yourself your invitation, and that's how you'll be able to engage with everyone. Also donations. So we are a nonprofit. We are a 501c3. Code for America is our fiscal sponsor out in San Francisco. And we do have expenses. We're buying pizza, we're paying for servers, we're doing all sorts of stuff. And so if your employer wants to support us, if they're looking for developers, if they're looking for technical experts, if they're looking for designers, sponsoring the Code for Boston community is a great way to get your information and name out there, and for people to know that you are as awesome as you are when you support a community like Code for Boston. So talk to Harlan or I about your different options, but if you just want to keep it simple, that URL will go there, go to a donation page, and you can do a credit card donation. Just select Code for Boston from the drop-down box, and that'll go into our budget. Next, Brigade Congress happened, so I have to update that. So let's move on to project updates, and for that, let's start with Clean Slate.
Hi, this is Michelle from Clean Slate. This week, well, we're mostly meeting on Thursdays and other days as people's schedules allow, but data team got some information about the algorithms. I think I announced that last week, but they're seeing what they can do with those from the previous team. And the app team is working with MRCC to build some relationships there and see how we can help each other make progress for user research and the volunteer ceiling clinics. And some of us are working coding wise on the testing framework. Still looking into comparing PDFs that include fillable fields. Yep, that's it.
Awesome. Thanks, Michelle. Next, let's go on to, well, Plug Along's not meeting tonight. So Mattapan mapping.
Yep. Hello, everyone. Annie is out this week, so I'm going to take the announcements. Last week, we went through the demos or the proof of concepts. Got the new code base established, and in React rather than Leaflet, and some Mapbox code running. And this week, Dixon, do you remember what the plan is for this week? Have you seen anything?
I think we're going to try to make more issues and get some of the old map data into Mapbox. Excellent.
So if that sounds interesting to you, thank you, Dixon. Welcome by. Use the link on the codeforboston.org website for the Mattapan mapping project. Thank you.
Great. And then last but not least, police data trust update. I believe that's Ed.
Good evening, folks. This is Ed. Police data has a working login and authentication now. So go to the Slack, go ahead and log in and become a first-time user. So your name will be there when the data arrives. We've getting closer to that. We have a pull request that went through that with the API and data search connecting the front end to the back end. So this week we will discuss what came up last week was our search. We don't have a pull down menu. It's going to be a fuzzy search. Is that going to affect our results table? And that and some other things. So please join us if you're interested.
Awesome. All right. So those are all the project updates. And with that, new folks, please stay in here. Harlan and I are going to do new member orientation for you all. Everyone else, thanks so much for dropping by and happy hacking.